All right, guys, this is going to be a not a chapter by chapter of crazy wisdom. Okay, so I was flipping over this book, and I have not read this book. However, I have attained crazy wisdom, and I was just flipping through the chapters, and it really says a lot. Like I personally, I wouldn't have structured the book like this because personally, this isn't how it emerged with me. I think he has. I mean, and I haven't read it, so maybe he does all of this frame building to sort of tee on into hopelessness. Um, but here's what I know from the book of Crazy Wisdom, not a chapter by chapter. Even though I would love to, I just don't understand it that well. Um, so here, personally, if I were to write this book, because this is just a collection of seminars and a second seminar. So who like this is just a seminar, okay? I mean, this is a collection of seminars. It's hard to even say that he wrote this book, okay? So this is not a book that chogyam trungpa wrote, okay? This is a collection of seminars, okay? So there's even some fragmentation in that, okay? Um. Anyway, I the lineage holder. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like the. It's kind of gross. I, Sergio, would have written this book in this way. First, I don't know anything about the Trikaya. I mean, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, I get it. It's like some like way to like process reality and like the mind. I'm just not that deep into Buddhism anymore. I'd rather just directly experience it and then just refer back to the thing like, okay, that's what that is. I don't really need like the whole germination of like the seeding. I'm more of like quenching through direct experience kind of perspective. But hopelessness, okay? Here's a good example of when seeding is necessary. So my guru, Christopher Donnelly, he would always talk about hopelessness. He'd be like, hopelessness, 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 hopelessness. I'm just like, nigga, the fuck you mean hopelessness, man? He's like, no, dude, it's like the experiential moment to moment phenomena of like being completely rug pulled and like being able to give into the belief of anything because it is the final stage of agnosticism. Okay, all of your edgy teenagers don't know about this. All right, they know about like agnosticism. I don't really know anything. I don't know if God exists. Okay, well this is taking that sort of Overton window and fucking shattering it. All right, because now it becomes a lived moment to moment experience of hopelessness itself. Okay, because even your conceptualizations of your moment to moment experience is a form of belief that actually attach you and sort of create reference points that are subtle forms of suffering. Okay, now this is why is this necessary? Why are you even needing to know this? Okay, because crazy wisdom is about taking this hopelessness, this ability of totally unknowing everything, okay, but not just in a wishy-washy way. It becomes the candle onto a lantern, okay. It is the light of the path, okay. This is the resounding, if it doesn't totally resonate gutturally with you, experientially with you, it's not there, okay. It's not there. And if you haven't gotten a complete like, oh my goodness, my friend, my guru can literally just walk out behind that wall and he would be a figment of my imagination and I'll never see him again kind of moment of like hopelessness. It's like is that true? And it's like it's the coin in the well is just dropping and you're like, and then reality grasps itself and then that's when the coin hits the well, okay? So it's a sort of emptiness. Do I really know? It's like and then you hear the coin well. All right. So I he I look. I'm not gonna totally. he does mention something about having like the rug pulled under you. It's just like he definitely understates it. He definitely understates how core of a. And by the way, this he did not write this. Okay, this is just a seminar. Okay, I'm sure if he wrote this, he would have obviously, but because of spiritual materialism, because he was already like so endowed with all these other shits. Like personally, I think he knew not to leak it. I'm Sergio the motherfucking banana, and I think it's time to leak it because why am I sort of karmically purified from this sort of spiritual materialistic chokehold? Well, because I don't give a fuck. Because why am I doing any of this? Because of my injury, okay? So I'm endowed with this teaching, endowed with the greater understanding of this philosophy. And even though, yes, I would totally be susceptible to uh, spiritual materialism. It's just that it's just like none of that matters because I'm literally just building all of this just so I can get you niggas to be proficient enough so that y'all can help me heal my energetic injury and I can go, do my own thing in practice, and essentially save the world with magic. Or, do that with you guys on top of a mountain where we dance for infinity, blah 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 blah. And we cultivate energy and then switch off and then exhaust that energy into prayer for the enlightenment of all sentient beings, and you always look back and then cycle for infinity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So that is why I am karmically destined to sort of share this with you guys, okay? Because I really would not be doing this, okay? I really would not be doing any of this because why? Because practice feels so much better, okay? And I can't practice because I'm literally fucking crippled, okay? I'm like literally crippled and it's like you can't even really see it. It's like subtle, all right? Okay. So that gets out of the way. A little bit of framework for chogyam trungpa, a little bit of framework for hopelessness, a little bit of framework of this isn't the hopelessness that you feel whenever you break up with a girl. This is a type of hopelessness that you get from the suffering of giving just giving hope into things in your life. Okay, and all of this suffering that is caused by all this hope that you give into everything. Okay, and not seeing things for as they are right here, right now. But not just that definition, there's a deeper definition of agnosticism through direct experience of taking that hopelessness even further to even the conceptualizations of your definitional framework that you use moment to moment for your moment to moment experience. Okay. All right. Now, why is this all important? Because this is about changing your definitional framework to be malleable, okay? To be suggestible, because now you don't know anything, okay? Of course you don't. Bam! Now you don't know anything. What happens? You become a fucking fireball for potentiality for what? For things that you believe in, and then casting fucking desire into these sort of hallucinations, if you will, and essentially using schizophrenia, things that aren't real, as a fuel source for enlightenment. Okay, because this is the Buddhists believe that we're in a hypercosmic like turning wheel, like we condense here as infinite beings to sort of go separate from ourselves to sort of train and hypertrain until we realize enlightenment through all these infinite lifetimes for all sentient beings, blah blah blah. And so we are doing that, this illusionary world, we're doing that, but okay, we're doing that with the hallucinations. Okay, so not just our outside world is a form of schizophrenia because Buddhists always view us, that we're in a sort of psychosis, like we don't understand the true nature of reality. So everyone who is not enlightened is a form of kind of schizophrenic. So these are the open definitions that we have here. Okay, this is the definitional retooling. This is an important part of crazy wisdom. All right. All right. But why? Why? Because schizophrenia. Okay. This is about hopelessness. Okay. Now, once you get this lubed up pussy for your mind, okay, what do you use this for? The enlightenment of all sentient beings, of course, because nothing else really matters. Okay. Magic is the only way to save the universe. Okay. So now that you have this lubed up pussy, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna get fucked. Okay, you're gonna get fucked by what? By whatever you want. Okay, so this is now where you start to be able to cast, to gamify enlightenment. Okay, because why? Because you've built this framework that you are God. That you've you are the aliens, but yet the aliens, everything, you are God, you are them, but they are also separate from you, and they're here to teach you something or a lesson so that you can help realize your own enlightenment. And you can either do that through A, defeating the boss, right? B, having sex with hallucinations or whatever. So A, what does mean defeat the boss? All right, you got the dragon. What does the dragon have? He's sitting on the fucking gold. All right, and he's got the princess. Okay, so you have to conquer the dragon. You have to conquer the dragon on some fucking hero's journey. Slay the dragon through the hallucinations, of course, that you are manifesting, that you are aware of, that you are giving belief into absolute realness, and you're actually believing because this is real now. Okay, and then you defeat the dragon, and then you gain the glory of the fucking coins, and then you gain the glory of the girl. Boom. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? Because this is about enlightenment, and the girl and the gold is the enlightenment. Okay, but once you have that framework, suddenly every single spiritual path, okay, becomes fucking accelerated, because this is just a framework. This is just a framework for enlightenment. Okay. But it also allows you to become a master of other spiritual teachings very quickly. Okay? Because why? Because you've already, all of the karmas that would take all this practice, connecting, and because what are you trying to connect with? You're trying to connect with your awareness, the interest, to cultivate a certain quality of states of mind, and all of these things can be done with things that you're actually interested in, with hallucinations, and that actually resonate with you and connect with you deeply. Okay, so by coming in contact with a demon and taking it seriously and earnestly and not giving into bullshit, okay, yes, you can't bullshit yourself because you're literally fusing with infinity. As you fuse with infinity, the pearls start to form, and suddenly you're now regulating infinite power. Okay, but you can't bullshit yourself, or else you will lose against this demon. Okay, because what does infinite power take? An infinite amount of regulation. Okay, so you're literally fusing with infinity. Okay, now here, I'm gonna tell you a fucking secret. Okay, everyone who's fucking talking about this shit, qigong, I'm just gonna say it, bro. A lot of these practitioners aren't that deep, and it's not like to cast blame, or to cast, how do I say this? They are trying, but like this is still, the beginning stages. It's like okay, once you get here, yeah. Well, okay, now we're really gonna start calibrating you for infinity, and it's like people don't talk about how difficult this really is. Like, you can think about your whole life experience, and nothing comes into contact with the fantasy. Yes, you're turning fantasy into reality of this infinite pressure, this infinite calibration, this infinite intensity, this infinite hardness of this pearl. You have never done anything as hard as this in your life, or will ever. Okay? And I stand on that because I've directly experienced the pearl formation. But guess what? Because a nigga had some bullshit, a young nigga lost. Okay? Because hey, you're creating this experience with a demon. Hey, if you don't take it serious, okay, well, here we are. Oh, you're not going to take it serious? Well, now you're in this position, okay? So now it's really hard, right? Well, it's still possible. Oh, but you're not gonna give it your all. Oh, still possible. No, okay, fine. Theoretically, okay. Well, just take that. Yeah, hold on to that loss, okay? That's basically what it is. Now, this isn't okay. Just the demon or whatever. It's like, yeah, you just take the L on the chin, bro. That's what it is. Now, why am I bringing this up? I don't. It's just I think it's interesting. I think that the qigong community needs to know about this. I think that I as a pillar of Buddhism, okay, Zen Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, whatever, Vajrayana Buddhism. I, as a leading trailblazer for Buddhism, want other practitioners to know about this, okay, because it's essential for my own enlightenment, lol, because I fucked up my energy channels and I need you niggas to help me. Yeah. All right. So this is all to set up for the next chapter of Crazy Wisdom, all right? So now that we got the hallucinations, the whole gamifying of enlightenment, the whole schizophrenia can become a positive, blah, blah, blah. Now we have Padmasambhava and the spiritual. Nah, I don't want to go into that one. All right, we're gonna go. I'll finish that one later. We're gonna go into innocence, primordial. Okay, he talks. He says primordial innocence. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, it's primordial in nature. It's the beginning. It's like before time, it's like this primordial is a language used for like cosmic things, okay? Okay, what is he saying? What are you connecting to? Okay, the innocence within everybody, okay? Every sentient being has this. Yes. This quality of innocence, okay? However, not everyone is as connected to it, okay? So, Chogyam Trungpa tells a story about Padmasambhava. Okay, this is a chapter review of primordial innocence. Padmasambhava tells a story, or Chogyam Trungpa tells a story about Padmasambhava, how he's born from a lotus flower. Okay, that lotus flower then emerges and he's born on a lake in Pakistan, and these villagers take him. They say, Padmasambhava, we got to take you to our king. All right, they go, all right, we're going all across the village. Boop, 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 boop. The king is here. Okay, now what are we gonna do? The king looks at Padmasambhava and he says, holy fucking shit. Padmasambhava is now king, all right? Clearly, there is a deeper meaning to this story. Why? Okay, why would he just go out and tell you this random story in this book that you cannot connect to at all? What is he trying to tell you? There's a deeper meaning to the story, okay? Now, these deeper meanings are only meant for niggas who've been there, who got the sauce. Now, because I'm trying to help the enlightenment of all sentient beings by cultivating a community that can help me by helping them through the healing of my energetic channels, I will leak the sauce, okay? The chapter is actually a hidden story meant for mystics to understand and refer to. Well, not a hidden story that has hidden meanings, okay? Like a adult movie has kid jokes, or a kid's movie has adult jokes in it, okay? The toy in the mom's night cabinet, okay, is not one that you'd normally find in Toy Story, all right? That's kind of the joke that's going in here. So, what is the hidden meaning behind that story I just told you with Padmasambhava? It is that innocence is king. All right, synchronicity. Innocence is king. Now what does that mean? Okay. People always have this huge confusion with like, oh my goodness, absolute power corrupts absolutely, blah blah blah. It's like that's how fucked up we are. That's how fucked up in reverse we are. God would never, he would never put that into the fucking coding of the Matrix. Oh yeah, he who has all power shall become absolutely corrupted. Like, what a peasant view. Yes, peasant, you little peasant. Okay? What is the right view? He who has all power shall be most innocent. Okay? That means everyone in positions of power shall who rise in positions of power shall become more innocent. Okay, now why aren't all the CEOs and Trump and why Vladimir? Why aren't they innocent? Okay. Well, listen here, people. Just like you have karmic blockages, okay, and we're all interconnected, and we're not all fucking, we have energy blockages. The universe has energy blockages, okay, and shit takes time to fucking purify, okay. So, how can we accelerate this process? By literally living the experience of the story, you fucking dumb. Okay, so now because what? This is a book of states of mind that can be attained. Okay, I'm leaking the sauce so I can fucking heal myself. Okay, and I'm very proud about that. Okay, so these are states of mind that can be attained through your own karmic purification. You now become endowed as the king. So what the fuck am I saying? This is a state of mind, people. Okay, dreaming is a state of mind. Okay, fucking getting knocked out is a state of mind. Okay, banging the hottest girl in the club is a fucking state of mind. You see this energetic presence that alters your consciousness. Okay, well, likewise, this is a state of mind. Yes, mind that can be actualized and literally taken over and endowed once you finish the cycle. Okay, so there it is. Okay, people. So that's the first chapter. Okay, so now you're blitzed out with innocence. What the fuck would an innocent king do? Holy shit, guys, we have to make everyone else innocent. Okay, so now what the fuck does Padmasambhava do? He prays for the enlightenment of all sentient beings. He prays for the emergence of innocence with all people in power. He basically just fucking with his diamond like Vajra thunder cuts through all the bullshit and all the noise with fucking innocence. Bow, 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 bow. All right. So that is the cultivating of wisdom. Now what does innocence do again? All right, guys, it makes you ascend in power quickly within certain structures. All right, but you can't just walk around totally blitzed out in innocence. Sorry, got a phone call. You can't just walk around blitzed out totally in innocence all of the time. Why? Because it takes practice. It takes constant hammering of the sort of cultivation of this practice. Okay. But here's what does happen. Once you activate the state, it literally changes your DNA. It's like learning a new language. Okay, it can literally be activated by situations around you. Okay, there's this thing called your DNA literally changes depending on your environment. Okay, and once you unlock this state, it literally makes you. Once it's activated through an external force, or B, because it can be activated by an external force, but you can also create situations through hopelessness, people. You can create situations through hopelessness to accelerate the potentiation of enlightenment for yourself through fucking hopelessness and creating the situations, people, through the hallucinations. All right, it can literally activate, okay? It literally activates, okay? Like, it's like the cheat code, the situation has been met, and now you fucking, and you literally ascend in power quickly, fucking boom! All walls are not. This is the ultimate decryption device, okay? There is nothing that can stop this once it is activated, okay? Boom! This is power manifested in a thrust for what your desire, okay? Because this is what you want. You want what? To ascend in power as an innocent king. Banana. Okay, so now look. That's how it manifests in real life. Of course, there's other ways that manifests, like becoming a master at kung fu, because now you've sort of attained this quality. You know, depending on the situation that arises, you literally have the potential, yes, potential, because you have to give into it. You have to give into it, the belief, or else if you don't, you won't activate it, okay? So you literally have the potential, if the situations qualify, to literally call upon a master kung fu. You literally have a switch that has activated that says you're too important to die. Because why? Because you're here to help fucking save everyone for enlightenment and immortality and truth and like ultimate love, harmony, beauty. Like yeah, okay? There is literally Buddhist techniques of war, okay? Buddhist techniques of war, okay? You see Sambhogakaya? You know, he has all these fucking 1,000 hands, okay, people? Okay. Well, he doesn't have 1,000 hands just to send out cupcakes to everybody, okay? These are sort of mythological states of mind that can be attained for what? For any purpose, for the enlightenment of all sentient beings, okay? This is about becoming a diamond fucking tool for Jesus Christ and God and fucking beauty, okay? And with that being said, no tool is off limits for God, all right? This is infinity we're dealing with, okay? So because infinity exists, any tool can be used, okay? Like everything that you think is evil, okay? Theoretically, in regards to infinity, all right? Because you live in infinity, okay? And you want to use what? The nature of reality as a what? As a source for your truth. Clearly, unless you want to live in La La Land, samsara, anything evil can theoretically be good. Now, please get fucking creative, people, because I don't have the stress resistance to deal with all of your nagging all of the time for the shit that I say. You fucking dum-dum! Yes, you fucking dum-dum! Peasant? Yes, you peasant! You fucking unenlightened peasant! Punk! Okay? Now I am unenlightened, but yes, I'm further along the trail than you are most likely indeed. Please challenge me, sharpen my blade of wisdom, and let me cut through yours, so I can sharpen yours as well. Okay. Padmasambhava and spiritual materialism. Honestly, this is a perfect segue, especially with all this cockiness, blah blah blah. The ego can use spiritual materialism as a golden chain to sort of hang itself upon. But you niggas get so it's ego. Ego is bad. No, you fucking dummy. Oh my god. Why? Because you need to become absolutely, totally absolved in the thing that you are. Okay. So yes, your peasant chains are holding you back. And I'm further along the lane and have golden chains. Yes, they are better. It's literally gold and yours is like fucking iron or some shit rusted. Scabies, look at you. Yes, while this is up on the tier, it's not the end all and be all, people. All right, what are we trying to hit? The fucking infinite om. We're trying to hit the fucking in truth. All right, we're gonna fuse into fucking infinity and expand infinitely and compress infinitely simultaneously to decouple the sense of self in this fucking world of Maya. Okay. And what is the best way to do that? You have to become like Kanye West. You have to become like, and this is you have to become like, no, this is just like you have to become like Kanye West. You have to become like LeBron James in the sense of connecting with passion. Okay. Resolve, dedication, earnesty. Because if you're not at least giving 51% you will fail. Okay? And I don't want to live in a community of Buddhist monks who are not giving 51%, okay? Because this is fucking depressing. It's like, okay, all right, well, I'm retarded here. Da, da, da. It's like, no, like people, we have to cultivate literally good shit all of the time. We are a beehive, and we need to keep each other in check sometimes. Like, stop getting drunk, you fucking dumbass. Nigger, fuck, nigger. All right. So, spiritual materialism. For me, I honestly, I've like thought about spiritual materialism, and I think that because of my situation, it's like unlikely to manifest in any like um crippling way, because my sole bottleneck is my injury. Okay, that I fucking fractured my face and twisted and like misaligned my energy channels or whatever. That is literally my sole bottleneck. Okay, I'm like literally right pressed upon it, and it's like, okay, well, I just need to chill, and honestly, I need to flash my gold chain so you niggas can acknowledge the fucking the presence, so that I can cultivate a community, so that y'all niggas can ascend to the point of like gold chainness and essentially tweak some of the things within me and fucking let me go so I can fucking send off, basically. Yeah, the ego can use spirituality as a tool to sustain itself. I mean, this isn't just spiritual materialism in the in this in the buying of objects that relate to spirituality. Okay, this isn't just that. Okay, even though theoretically that is part of it. This is more of like this is more of like how the ego can sort of sustain itself as through the practices, and has sort of developed this quality of like selfness around the practices. But here's a caveat, and I'm to such and to such an extent that it it stops itself from becoming enlightened. Essentially, it becomes another choke point. And maybe that's the platinum chain of spiritual materialism. I don't know. Yeah, I think yeah, it's all about coming deeper in contact with the self, and sometimes spirituality can get in the way of that. All right, people, this is 30 minutes. My last video was like 40 minutes. All right, look, I cut it down for you. This is, if you want the sauce on who chogyam trungpa is, watch Crazy Wisdom as it is. But yeah, this is as good as it gets for like who's breaking down what Crazy Wisdom is on like anywhere on the internet, basically. It's not just people who have qualities of divine madness, okay? It's not just people who have qualities of being like wild yet spiritually connected, okay? This is not just what it is. These are descriptive factors, okay? People, no one is talking about crazy wisdom the same way that I am from a what? From a direct moment to moment experience, okay? People, yes, this is something I fucking attained, okay? Now, attaining is the wrong word, because it's literally just something that happened. It's like all of like the linguistic framework has finally been met. All of my countless hours of like talking to aliens and frameworking my mind and like talking and fusing and connecting and just like fucking vibing it out and like doing what's best and like earnestly constantly has brought me to realize crazy wisdom, at least the first chapter. Okay. Now, okay, technically, if I were to make this book, technically this is the first chapter. Okay, hopelessness, then then primordial innocence. However, this is also just like, this is honestly would be like a foreword as like a warning, like, hey, this is what's possible. Hopelessness, primordial innocence, and I haven't gotten to the rest of it, like in terms of like actually directly experiencing it. But yeah, clearing up the air on what crazy wisdom is. We got this for the enlightenment of all sentient beings. Peace.